let's get into this channel message. Before I started this channel message, there was something I was watching. I was watching something in regards to astrology and astrology placements in regards to your love life. It was just this piece of content that came out. I was like, all right, so I don't really look into this stuff like via other people all the time. So like, let me hear what they got to say because it was a good topic. And when it got to what the piece of information I actually was acquiring and wanted to know, this motherfucking the Taurus nigga, the producer that I don't really like that. I tried to come into my auric energy, auric energy, whatever you want to call it. Basically, Mister lacks boundaries. He wanted me to. I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't know what this nigga like. All I know is that I'm listening to a piece of information. Mind you, the pre-channel message dropped like one stroke, two stroke, three stroke, and then the tourist nigga called my nigga phone. I'm like, you're doing too much because all right, listen to something in regards to my love life, trying to acquire some information based on astrology. The Taurus nigga don't really like that. Like he pops up into my work field, um, and it's good energy, but I'm like, I'm supposed to be listening to something else, and you're trying to come into my auric energy, whatever the case may be. Then before I say what I gotta say, what if the Taurus nigga who's a producer that I don't really like that, right? This nigga was trying to energy harvest off of my lover. It my lover to behave and act like him. He wanted another nigga to want to be him. But there are so many various reasons as to why not no one in this world would want to be like that nigga. All right. And previously, he tried to do with my lover, right, was affecting me because we're the same zodiac sign. Previously, it was affecting me. And I'm thinking the whole time this nigga's projecting on me. The whole time he was projecting on my lover because he wanted my lover to be like him and aspire to be like him. But nobody want to do that shit. Before he was trying to get my lover to act like him and want to be like him, my ex lover, the male Virgo ex lover, Lulu, he wanted to be like that man. Him something that I don't know. Anyways, but like yeah, so go back to what I'm saying. So he was projecting on my lover because he want my lover to be like him because he's a whore, or no, excuse me, he wants to be a whore, a man whore, and no, like it's just like no. So then what happened was, let me show. And so the love spell basically backfired. Like it's not technically a love spell, but it's because like somebody he, I guess, cares about. He wanted somebody that he cares about and sees as like family or a loved one, like Gemini embodiment, lover, loved one, friend, relative, romantic, platonic, and or business partnership. Because he wanted my lover to same sex, by the way. Because he wanted my lover to want to aspire to be like him and it wasn't working, it backfired, and then this nigga started trying to act like him, but you can't act like him if you are a man whore because that's not what's going on. Hi, hello, how are you? What's your zodiac? Drop your zodiac in the comment section. So yeah, there's that. So there was a so it was a conversation with me and God about that. That was funny. But yeah, so let me tell you what came into my org field when this nigga came into my org field. I don't know, it was good energy, but I'm trying to get to this message concerning my love life, basically. Some really good scientific answer in regards to my love life based on astrology. This nigga getting to the like every time, like it's like every time they was talking about the exact topic I need to hear, this nigga popped up in my org field like no, pay attention to me, look at me type shit. I'm just what the fuck. Then that shit backfired on him because it's like this nigga want me to think about him instead of my lover. And then all God brought to my attention was like, hey, you see that new business venture that tourist producer that you don't fuck with no more is doing right now, and how he's been obsessively trying to put your country's flag and represent your culture because the love spell he tried to do on you backfired. Hey, remember you gave him that piece of advice, social media consultancy, multimedia stuff. Remember you gave him that piece of advice, but he was being misogynistic and wasn't wanting to listen. But now you see him doing them business ventures. God was like, just know the reason why he's doing that business venture is because you had that conversation with him. I'm like, so you might have a moment like that. You could have been talking to somebody, like, hey, I think you should do X, Y, Z. You're really good at this, and or you could have. I don't know if it's like a premonition, prediction, prophecy. I don't know. You could have just told somebody something in the conversation. Hey, I think you should do this like this because I felt that your qualities as a person and characteristics. Blah, blah, blah. And they could have tried to shit on your idea. Paraphrasing, not literally. Hopefully, they could have just been like, whatever. Oh no, no, no! They took what you said into consideration. It might have not been right then and there. They might have thought it was a good idea right then and there. They wanted to make it seem like you didn't know what you was talking about. Someone took your advice. Someone took your advice. It might be somebody you don't fuck with. All right. Somebody heard something. You could be been given advice. You could have just said something like in conversation to while somebody was around you that don't really fuck with you or had bad intent for you, whatever the case may be. And at some point in time, they sat amongst themselves, just one person. It was like, what they said is a really good idea. And they ventured to go do that shit. So I just had like a nice giggle. So this message was made and curated on Sunday, May 10th, 2026 at 2:43 a.m. This channel message is in regards to the zodiac signs of Leo, Aries, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Cancer, and Gemini zodiac signs. All right. For your information, May 10th, it was in fact Mother's Day. So something significant about mother figures are very significant. This is mothers that can have children, by the way. Um, Notes in regards to this message. Your seventh and 10th house placements are very significant. Seventh house placements have to do with your partnerships, whether romantic or platonic. Platonic meaning like business partnerships or people you work with for a common goal or something like that. 10th house has to do with your career though. So this could be talking more about your business partnerships. Now, what does being a mother that can conceive have anything to do with your business? Gender in regards to false and previous partnerships that do not help me or destiny as my supporters. Um, that's probably why that nigga came up. This nigga name is written in my notes. Like no funny shit. Um, Very significant. So you could have worked with someone previously in regards to a career field, business niche, et cetera, et cetera. And you realize very quickly like you were not going to be able to work with a particular person, whether due to unprofessionalism, sexual defiancy, someone lacking boundaries, et cetera, et cetera. So yes, you rebuke those type of people, places, and environments so that it does not prolong your calling and destiny. Number 15, very significant. That could be in regards to the zodiac sign of Cancer and Leo. So something about a mother figure who could be it's a melanated mother figure, or this is somebody who conceived children, by the way. So a melanated mother, or a mother figure who is an entertainer, and the entertainment industry is very significant. Or it could be something about a baby mama, baby daddy situation. That they were stealing your man away from you. Hashtag you dodged a bullet. The nigga a rapist. I wrote this in my notes. I wrote this in my notes. I wrote this in my notes. Excuse me. Situation scenario. Hypothetically, take the message out resonates. You or somebody you could know, take the message out resonates. This can be in regards to the entertainment industry also. Where um, sexual defiancy um, had occurred where someone in the entertainment industry, without consent, did something sexual to somebody else, predominantly a mother figure. All right, and whatever happened, that situation happened, and this mother figure left the scenario situation. All right, whatever happened. Just know there was no Stockholm syndrome. This woman who was assaulted left the situation, and then another situation occurred where the person who was being sexually defiant and was lacking boundaries and consent in a sexual manner in regards to this woman, um, another woman could have known that this sexual defiant man previously was interested in this woman before the assault had occurred. Without knowing about the assault, without maybe hopefully not knowing, um the third party, I guess, but not really because it's not a love interest situation. This other woman perceived there was a love interest situation going on. This woman already premeditated to take this man away from this woman, not knowing that this man was already trying to. I can't say trying to. Why? So this woman could have tried to there was a assault had happened between a man and a woman. It could have happened in the entertainment industry. That situation already happened. But while that situation was about to happen, the assault and everything, unbeknownst to the woman, obviously, there was another woman who knew that that man who assaulted her previously was infatuated with her. So she already premeditated that she was going to take that man away from that woman, not knowing that an assault had occurred after the fact of that mindset that woman was thinking. The woman already left the situation. So this is a woman who was assaulted in the entertainment industry and left. And then the other woman, the whole time was thinking about taking that woman, man, not knowing that this woman left because of assault. So this woman tried to, find her way to date or be sexually active with this assaulter, thinking she got a one up on another woman. Man, take care, man. Like, and it's like, sight. It was like, no, you dodged your bullet. So there could be a scenario situation in the entertainment industry where a woman who was assaulted and got to keep her life and went about her life. Another woman wanted to be malicious towards her and date her leftovers basically, and thinking she got a one up on this other woman, and this other woman is like, oh, now you're with the abuser. It's not a boo hoo sad moment anymore. It's like, oh, you're a dumb fuck. I keep hearing Young Miami because you know that scenario situation, bitch. Anyways, one moment. Okay. Oh my gosh, y'all seen? Oh my gosh, y'all seen? I really haven't been following long about what's been going on. Excuse me, with the DJ Academics thing, and now I see. I saw that DJ Academics I went on this date, and to be honest, I was looking. I seen this. Someone had uploaded a video of DJ Academics on a date with this particular woman. I didn't know who the woman was. I'm looking to the comment section, bitch, and it was niggas and bitches. They were like, "Nah." They're like, "DJ Academics ain't never looked that handsome." What the fuck? They're like, "What in the fucking AI?" They're like, "Nah, that ain't." I ain't gonna hold you. That picture that DJ Academics took with that woman on the date while they were on the date being filmed, he did look attractive. I don't know if it was the hat. I don't know what the fuck was going on. DJ Academics did look attractive in that picture and video, and that is wild. But nah, why DJ Academics look like while he was on that date, why he looked like he was trying to like merge and like I've been seeing this like I'm not tripping. Why the fuck what's it? Shira Seven seemed like she been merging with Beyonce, and then Then now DJ Academics like he been merging with Party Next Door. This shit like the entertainment industry is actually quite funny right now. Like, I just came across the content basically of. I just seen online everybody kept making content and memes, basically parody videos of I guess what happened at the Usher concert and very funny right now. So notes in regards to this message. Something about a side nigga does this on the side. Might be may yeah, all right. Something about a tourist or something happened in tourist season. All right, so something about a side nigga does this on the side. Might be in a relationship or married. It's giving tourist energy. Tourist energy. I want like I said, seventh house and 10th house in somebody's workplace in the career field. This is very interesting. Um, So now let's get into the channel message. So SVU Law and Order TV show is very significant. I was around the time I was curating this message. Content that I don't know why it was so significant, but I was like, just write it down what you've seen from the piece of content. I've never watched this episode of Law and Order before ever, so I'm watching it. So basically, the gist of it is there was this girl named Tiana. Now, for a moment, we're gonna talk about the name Tiana because the only other place I know the name Tiana from is like Tiana Taylor, but it's not spelled the same. That's the first time I ever heard that name Tiana, but it's not spelled the same. Tiana is Tiana, but then again, I don't know what the spelling of that girl's name was on the show. Then Tiana, only other place I heard that name from is from The Princess and the Frog. Then that's DDG's sister's theme of her wedding. Then, and mind you, did that wedding happen after the fact I did the share message. Keep that in mind. Then the only other place I knew the name Tiana from is previously in the like years ago there's a tarot reader named Tiana or something like that. When I first started watching her content, God was like, "Get the fuck away from this bitch." I was just like, "All right, rejecting hard, bitch." Like she kept project, like oh my gosh, like she project too dang hard, like, and I'm not talking about in a good way. Something about that very significant. So on the Law and Order show, the piece of content that I seen, there was a young girl named Tiana. All right, she was a African American young lady. I believe she was who she was in the show. I don't know if she was like a teenager or a young adult. She was an African American young lady living in a. She was living poor. All right, she was in an urban community. I don't know if it was given New York. Take the message how it resonates. She was living somewhere in some sort of urban city, and one thing I realized about very quickly about that character on the Law and Order SVU show is that she was carrying other people and family burdens. She was carrying her family members' burdens, like her and like it. She was carrying other people's burdens. All right. So look, just listen. Now the reason that for the SVU Law and Order episode with the girl named Tiana, the situation that happened was that she was coming and going from somewhere on a local avenue, and she raped by three young men. Now, if my memory serves me right, I could be wrong, but just hear me. It seemed though Tiana was like maybe in her early 20s. Mm. Who They were cousins, by the way. These young men that assaulted her. Now, the only other thing in regards to cousins that I can think about is like gang affiliation. Now, these three young men who are all related, they were cousins, who had raped this woman named Tiana in the Law and Order SVU episode. Now, just quickly to mention Law and Order, that's giving Libra, is giving Pisces, Libra, Aries, Pisces, right there and there. Justice, in regards to something sexual, Pisces is business. You can even say Taurus, Pisces, Taurus. What had happened was when what had happened was actually robbed this woman of her EBT card. Now, just for a moment, I saw another piece of content before doing this message. It was this woman. I guess she was like mixed race or something like that. Race or something like that. So this woman, unrelated to what I'm talking about. This is just something a piece of content I seen, yesterday or 2 days ago. This woman, basically, she had EBT card and she went to her local corner store. Some people would call bodega and stuff like that because the people owning it was of Latino descent. And basically, what happened, she had swiped her EBT card at that location for something around the price of like $9 or so, like $9.30, $9.60, something like that. And as she as she got home or whatever the case may be, she realized like $900 out of her EBT card had been snatched, and the only place she went to was somewhere for a purchase of something that was like almost $10. So she went there to go confront them, and she had took her children with her to go confront these people because she was a mother. And what did these people do? Now she recorded majority of the whole experience, and I could see in the content that like the guy behind the counter was like younger in age. He like a young hoodlum Latino or no shade. So like when she basically told them like, hey, what's going on, like her car had just been swiped and this is the only place she came to, like, is there something going on with the machine or whatever the case may be, because she was honestly genuinely like concerned, like she didn't know what was she really didn't know what was going on. She thought maybe they would have an idea of what was going on. Now, so when she questioned them, it put them in a state of panic because come to find out that location, the Latino people, corner store bodega, they were doing a skimming, whatever you call it, scheme at that place of business, and they were like, so they were speaking in Spanish. And when they were speaking in Spanish, they didn't know that the woman was mixed race and could understand everything she was saying. So she heard them word for word saying like, "Yo, she knows too much. You think she know what's going on about the operation?" Woo! So basically, while they were saying all of that, like because it was like two men in there at the location that was working at that place of business, they then pulled out a gun, pointed it to her son's head, and she had to do it. She had to do a diversion to get her kids up out of there. And then when she did that, they put the gun to her head. Then she got video footage of them replacing the skimmer. It was just a lot. I'm just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But that's an example of like symbolically or hypothetically, just take the message out of it. That was just a because that was like a thing like 1 or 2 months ago where it could be a tourist man or it could be two men in specific that was trying to basically directly or indirectly trying to take the food out or the money out, trying to take the food out of a mother and her children's mouths, basically directly or indirectly. That went viral. Then that video went viral. God only knows what that happened to that place of business. That woman said she basically called a whole like the people, the authorities, and they got it situated. It's if you're a mother figure, someone who can conceive children. It's there was a Taurus man, a married man, someone who deems himself an authoritative figure or not. that was trying to take the food out of you and your children or child's mouth, trying to coerce money out of you, lacking boundaries in that type of way. It's going to be a situation where not only are you going to gain justice from that situation, like this person who tried to do work or people who try to do whatever in that connotation towards you, they are going to get exposed for trying to do this. Be like you, your family knowing about this. It's not just gonna be like their friends, their homies, their family knowing about this. This gonna be like locally. Everybody gonna know about this globally. Everybody gonna know what the fuck this person tried to do to you. That's good. All right, so going back to the channel show that I was watching for Law and Order SVU with the character named Tiana. So Tiana, basically, she was getting So Tiana basically was like the eldest or something of her siblings or whatever the case may be, and I guess Tiana mama had to work a lot because they were living under poor conditions. So what had happened was Tiana was doing errands while she was trying to be in school and stuff like that. And while she was doing errands one day, these three young men who were all related to one another, being cousins, it could have something to do with some gang affiliation in a channel message kind of way. Just take the message out of his name. Mug Tiana, and they was trying to take her EBT card. Now, Tiana's EBT card is not her EBT card; it's her mama's EBT card to feed the motherfucking family. Mama role because her mama was trying to make a living for everybody in this situation. Um, you hear stories like that in regards to urban environments where, like stereotypical. Let's talk about it. Sometimes people just have um, more kids than they're able to take care of. Then they have to enlist like the older siblings and stuff like that to take care of them. Now in my culture, because I'm African, the older siblings usually supposed to take care of their younger siblings, stuff like that. But I've told you in different channel messages how I feel about that. Now, channel show, I was talking about Law Order SVU. Tiana gets mugged for the EBT card, knowing that it's not her EBT card. Her natural response is to not give it to them. So not only do they mug Tiana for the EBT card in the show, they then RAPED her, or significantly younger than her. Um, significantly younger than her. So fast forward because it was a whole situation. Basically, somebody helped Tiana because Tiana was gonna say nothing to nobody. So some way somehow the authorities find out about the situation. They asked Tiana what's going on. She really didn't want to have a problem with anything. She just wanted the EBT card back because she didn't want her mama to be mad. So priorities, right? So basically, they hunt down where the EBT card is at, who got it. It's a man who just finished up a rape case. This man previously was charged and did time, was on probation actually. He didn't have to go to jail. He was on probation for RAPE. And he had the EBT card. Now you're wondering, how did this man get the EBT card? Because these three young men, younger than him, I add, and mind you, the guy who was on probation, he was also a gang affiliate. So this gang affiliated previous RAPER, some way somehow got a hold of the EBT card because these three young men who actually mugged Tiana for an EBT card and RAPED her coerced this previous RAPER who's on probation like to sell the EBT card to him basically. Do are you peeping game? And RAPED a woman and mug her. Evidence to come back to them, so they sold the piece of evidence to another person, only for that person to be someone who previously RAPED somebody else. This could be a situation This could be physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Somebody tried to rape you for your energy. Somebody tried to energy harvest off of you. They could have tried to do this to take finances from you. Say, since I started the message, something about your second house placement. Somebody could have tried to do any of all those things to you in a negative connotation in regards to energy harvesting. In regards to your seventh house placement, your 10th house placement. This could be in regards to your personal business. This could be in regards to your actual career field, what you do for your career. This could be in regards to your second house placements, in regards to your finances, marriage. They didn't want you to have it so dang bad, right? They didn't want you to have it so dang bad that they tried to enlist somebody else to help them cover up what they were trying to do to you. Come to find out, the person is basically the poster child for whatever the fuck they try to do to you. Because this is a scenario where somebody tried to do you something bad, then they try to throw off the scent of what they try to do you something bad and try to frame somebody else, right? Not and try to throw them under the bus to save themselves, but and then the person who they try to throw under the bus is the ideal person you would believe was trying to do something bad whole time as somebody else. But that person was like, well, I'm on probation. I can't get in trouble no more. I've repented for my sins. I went through the whole process. This like this like somebody tried to do something bad. Somebody that they know of that fit the description of what they want to do you something bad, and they just fit the whole description. Like this is the person, this is the type of person that would do something this type of way to you. And this person has went through their karmic cycle. They've completed it. They gave their life to Christ. They gave their life to God. They repented for their sins. They're on their journey to doing right now. They're like, oh no, I can't get caught up in this shit. I don't got nothing to do with this. It was them. This like somebody recruit somebody just to throw them under the bus. Anyways, and this person realized, oh, you not only meant this person bad, but you meant me bad too. I'm snitching. This is this is some funny ass shit. Now, all right. Notes in regards to this message, there's a man that is sick, possible sexual disease that is uncurable, and try to hide this from their sexual partners. Could also be a rapist. Now, right on the money. They losing a lot of money right now. You about to be gaining money. I don't know if this is about a court case or something like that, something in the judicial system. Um, this this person is not your enemy op. They're not thankful at this moment because they're losing ideas to produce activities that involve their enjoyment. This is somebody who could be a sexual defiant. Let me say it like that. Somebody who's sexually defiant, and they could have did you something being sexually defiant, and because you're God's chosen, you're God's anointed, it's like once they met you, bitch, once they came in contact with you, bitch, you was the last person they would ever try some fuck shit like that. Literally too, it's like they don't got no prospects. They can't obtain the people in regards to their plans and plots of sexual deviancy, bitch. Find this person boring. That's probably why they was doing whatever they were doing in the first place, because people find them freaking boring. See ya. That's me.